Hey everyone, Fletcher Ellingson here. Welcome back to Your Life is Now. This is where we reveal and discuss the unseen forces that influence your every thought, decision, and action. Someday has arrived. Your life is right now, and I want you to experience your own power, and together, you and I, we get to make this world a better place. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that we're in this conversation together. Today we're going to discuss the thing that really determines the quality of your life. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have anyone in your life that laughs a lot? You know, that person who just seems to find everything funny and can laugh at the drop of a hat? And you know how that laughter can be contagious, right? And pretty soon you both are laughing over the seemingly most silly thing. Well, in high school, I knew this family, and there was so much laughter in that household. They would crack each other up all the time, and they would frequently, be laughing until they cried. It felt good. They clearly felt good. Now, another question. Do you know anyone who always seems down in the dumps, sad, depressed? They seem to live in that place of sadness, and the glass always appears half full to them. Half empty to them. How does it feel to be around that person? The next question, do you know anyone who is always upbeat, positive, energetic? And how does it feel to be around them? Do you know anyone who is always upbeat, positive, energetic? How does it feel to be around them? Each of these people experience life differently. And we've discussed in previous podcasts that what you focus on, you experience. Well, what you focus on and the story you have in your head about any given thing create an emotional state. And those emotional states affect the quality of your every moment of the day. And how powerful is this? Well, let me give you an example. It only takes about 60 seconds. So just indulge me for 60 seconds. It's most effective if you can close your eyes while doing this. So if you're driving and listening to this, obviously keep your eyes on the road. You can imagine it with your eyes open, but it's more effective if you can visualize it with your eyes shut and without being disturbed. Okay, here we go. Imagine you're at home in your kitchen. You see your refrigerator. And really see it. Where is it in your kitchen? What color is it? Now imagine you walk over to the refrigerator and open the door, and you see the shelves of food illuminated by the interior light. You feel the coolness of the interior. And you open the vegetable and fruit drawer, and you grab the handle and pull it open. In it, you see a bright yellow lemon. And you grab the lemon, you feel its smoothness, you feel how it fits comfortably in your hand. You feel how cool it is. And you bring the lemon up to your nose and detect that familiar, fresh citrus odor. Then you walk over to the counter and pick up a cutting knife. You grasp and hold the lemon in one hand while slicing the lemon in half. And you feel the knife slice into the flesh of the lemon, and you see some of the lemon juice on the knife and on the counter. You get a sudden stronger whiff of that citrus lemon scent now. And then you put the knife down and look at the two wet halves of the lemon on the counter. You grab one half of the lemon and you bring the juicy fruit up to your nose and breathe it in. You see the freshly cut lemon and you raise that juicy lemon up higher as you tilt your head back and prepare to squeeze the lemon juice into your mouth, right onto your tongue. Okay, the visualization is over, but notice what is happening in your body right now, specifically your mouth. Is your mouth salivating? I tell you what, just saying that story made my mouth salivate. And why is your mouth suddenly salivating? There's no lemon. You may not even be in your kitchen or even in your house for that matter. Yet your body responds to the thoughts in your brain. It sets off a chemical reaction, in fact. Your body is anticipating and readying itself for a bite of lemon. This is a simplistic example, but effective, and it is what happens to us continually throughout the day. Our mind sends signals to the rest of our body based on what we are focusing on. Our thoughts and the stories in our head create our emotions. Remember I said in episode 1, what we focus on, we feel. What we focus on gives us our emotions, and our emotions then determine the quality of our moments, our days, our life. I'll say that again. Our emotions determine the quality of our moments, our days, and our life. So where do emotions come from? From our thoughts? What do our emotions determine? They determine the quality of our experience of life, and they significantly influence our actions. Let me ask you a question. Are you more or less willing to take on cleaning out the car or cleaning the house if you can listen to music? Are you more willing or less willing to exercise if you can listen to music? The answer is most likely that you're more willing to do those activities if you can listen to the music. And why is that? Is the activity more enjoyable, or in the case of cleaning the house, less boring? Do you find yourself dancing a little while sweeping or vacuuming or wiping down the counters? Well, why? It's because our focus has been changed. We're experiencing the music in our mind and our body. We're singing along with the lyrics. We're moving our bodies, breathing. The emotion may not be joy, but it's not dread. It's not agony. It may be more along the lines of capable, satisfied, or satisfied with the results of our cleaning, or satisfied at seeing progress. It's an experience of pride in that clean, shiny car or tidy home. Our focus is on music, the beat, the lyrics. Dancing and cleaning are happening in the midst. In fact, if this is our routine for cleaning, it is quite possible that we can change our association to cleaning completely. It can actually become a fun or enjoyable activity. Again, what we focus on gives us our emotions. Our emotions give us the quality of our life. I'll give you another example. This is just having fun for no other reason than having fun. One year we hosted a birthday for my wife, and we had about 30 some balloons that had been blown up ahead of time. They were scattered throughout the house. Now, we love to play group games in our house. They're a blast, there's lots of laughing, lots of feeling good. Well, one of the rules that night was that anytime a balloon popped, we would crank the music and everyone would dance for 10 seconds. It didn't matter what we were doing or where we were. If one popped, we stopped and we were doing just dancing, right? We'd just go for it. And what happened, there were so many smiles and people laughing and feeling good, and people would sometimes go ahead and pop 2 or 3 balloons in a row, just for fun, for the sake of fun, because it felt so good. One year I decided to host an evening of talent in our front yard. I invited a bunch of people from the town to come over and share their talent. And there was music, and there were jokes, and dancing, and magic, and acrobatics. It was a blast. And now we've done it for 5 years in a row. Why? Because it feels good to connect, to play, to laugh, to clap. And there weren't any winners or losers, just a wonderful time of sharing talents. Your emotions create the quality of your life. Have you ever been in a game where you really wanted to win, but it didn't look at all like that was going to be possible? Or maybe you were not the one playing, but maybe you were watching your favorite team or watching your child play, and it just didn't look good. How do you feel? How do they feel? Well, it might be disappointing, right? It might feel like a big letdown or hopeless. They come off the field during a timeout and their body language might, really show how frustrated or disappointed they feel. But then there is a turning point in the game and the team starts to come back. Suddenly people feel hopeful and their body language changes. They start to get excited. They start high-fiving and cheering and clapping, and then suddenly the game is tied up and everyone is going wild, so wild that they would never be seen like this in normal life. but they can't contain themselves. And then in the last seconds of the game, you win and people are jumping up and down. And the band is going crazy and people are elated. Most of us are familiar with this scenario, right? We've been here or we've watched movies about it. We love movies about that, right? So what happened? Well, you started focusing on the possibility of them winning. You identified evidence for it. And then you believed that it was possible. And then your brain released all those feel-good chemicals, the dopamine and serotonin and the endorphins, and bam! You're feeling good. You're feeling elated. You're feeling excited. You're feeling connected. This can happen in so many areas of life, but most people think that it happens to them as opposed to them being able to create their experiences. Think of our balloon busting game. There was nothing even at stake there. We just created a game that felt good when you played it. If you focus on a story that is romantic, how do you feel? Yeah, you feel romantic. So can you create this story in your head? Yes. And how do you feel if you focus on something scary? For instance, what if you focused at night on a terrible story of someone breaking into your house? Could you begin to feel uneasy or nervous or vulnerable? What if you focused on a story that when you went out, everyone was judging you or talking about you? Could you begin to feel insecure? Okay, let's flip-flop it. What if you focused on how good you were going to be in the interview or the presentation? If you visualized it over and over, could you feel confident and secure? Absolutely. What do athletes do in the locker rooms before they take the field? They're totally amping themselves up and each other, right? They're getting loud, they're high-fiving, they're butting helmets, they're talking each other up, listening to music, getting pumped up because they know what you focus on, what you say, and how you use your body creates emotion by triggering chemicals in your brain to which your body reacts. They focus on an empowering story. And you can do this in any area of your life. Does it take practice? Yes, it does. In fact, you're already practiced at it. Whatever emotions you feel on a most regular basis are because of your patterns and habits. In other words, how you have been practicing your life. Let me ask you another question. What are you doing in your life for the sake of fun? What are you doing in your life to create the emotions in your life which will give you the quality of your life that you desire? What are the things you focus on? What is your emotional state at work? Are you feeling alive there? Dead? Are you feeling challenged or bored? Are you feeling anxious, stressed, fulfilled, satisfied? How do you want to feel at work? Can you change it? Yes. When I used to work in an office setting, I wanted to make it better. So I raised my workstation to a standing position. I discovered that when I'm standing, I'm moving my body more, and I don't get so stiff. I don't get tired, and I'm breathing more fully, and I'm able to walk around while speaking to my clients, which energizes me more. I also brought in music so that when I'm not on the phone, I can listen to music and feel even more energized, more alert. Dancing makes me feel good. I love it. So I dance a bit at work and create that positive emotional state while I'm working. Did I look silly? Yeah, but it made other people smile too. Sometimes on long drives, we'll pull over on the side of the road and crank the music, open the doors and dance or jump up and down, raise the roof or do jumping jacks to change our emotional state. Do we look silly? Sure, but again, it makes others passing by smile and probably wonder what the heck we're doing. It may change their emotional state. I invite you to consider that the quality of your day, the quality of your moments is determined by what you focus on. The story in your head. So what story can you create and focus on that will allow you to feel good? Allow you to feel happy or confident or secure or loved or creative or alive. Yes, it will take effort, but you are just the kind of person to do it. If you're watching this, you're just the type of person that will do it. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up. Okay? So I welcome your comments below. Please hit like if you enjoyed this topic and hit subscribe for new videos. Now it's time to get out there, get into action, be a source of kindness, be a source of contribution. You have worth, you matter, and I believe in you.